Alright, y'all. I decided that I was gonna try to get involved in crafting and maybe make some weapon mods for myself and stuff. And I came down here into the basement of the Constellation Group's room. And we've got over here, we've got a weapon workbench, we've got a spacesuit workbench, we've got an industrial workbench. Over here we've got a pharmaceutical lab, and then we've got a cooking station over here, and in the middle of all of this is a research lab. Alright, guys, crafting in Starfield is overwhelming in terms of the complexities, and I only have the barest inkling of a clue of what I need to be doing, and I feel so out of my element, so out of my depths, and I feel so overwhelmed, and I frickin' love it. I love it. Like it's the first time I've ever seen something that is so in depth that requires so much effort to get involved in because way too many times when I've played, especially coming from the world of MMOs, where it's like, here's you stick 5 things in this box and auto combine and you'll make 100 of these, like a la World of Warcraft, you know. Even Lord of the Rings Online has it simplified, or Star Wars: The Old Republic, or EverQuest 2 these days. Like MMOs have like some of the simplest and stupidest crafting systems, and this is just incredibly rich and detailed, and I cannot wait to learn this and to get involved in this in a greater, because there's so much more than just your weapon mods and spacesuit mods and making pharmaceuticals and stuff. There's also the outpost building, and there's just so much going on here. So without further ado, let me kind of talk about it the way I understand it. And of course, those of you who out there who have already mastered this system or you know more than I do, please feel free to drop things in the comments below to help speed up my learning process. This is definitely a beginner's guide because I am a beginner, so I'm coming at this from the perspective of someone who's never played the game before. So I'm not going to be spitting facts at you because I've spent 500 hours crafting items. I literally came down here during this morning's live stream and was thinking about making a suppressor for my weapon, and then I went and looked at what I actually needed to do to get the suppressor for my weapon, and I went, oh. And then I went and looked at that, and I went, oh. And then I went and looked at that, and I went, oh. So, layers. Let's talk about why it's so overwhelming and why it's so cool that it's overwhelming, because this is a life sim, everybody. This is a game that is going to give me thousands of hours of gameplay over the rest of this year into next year. This is such an amazing experience. So, without further ado, let's take a look at this weapon workbench. Hey, can I scoot you over there, Barrett? I don't know what he's doing over there, but I'm gonna... Oh, he's using it. Bro, like, shoo. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me use it. Okay, so I wanted to make... I got this weapon here. I got Sir Livingston's pistol, which is really awesome, but also the Peacekeeper. But I wanted to make a suppressor. I don't even... We're not going to talk about anything else at the moment. We're just going to talk about the muzzle for a moment. And I wanted to put a suppressor on it. So if you go now, it says I need... First and foremost, up on the top right, it shows me the things that I need, which are tungsten, polymer, and tantalum. And then it shows you how many I have versus how many I need. And I've got this currently where I'm tracking certain items. So that's why there's a search bar, there's a search thing next to them so that it's that I know that I'm looking for those items for different things. But it also says, and this is the part that I didn't catch until I was looking at something else. Look on the bottom right over there, on the right, all the way to the right. It says required research, muzzle mods 2. What? Okay, well what about the Sir Livingston's pistol? What is it the same thing over here? It is, but I wanted to show you because I'm answering my own question, rhetorical. Short suppressor requires muzzle mod 1, and then suppressor requires muzzle mod 2. So, okay, so there's tiers to muzzle mods, and that says it's required research. Well, okay, so in order to even make suppressors for my guns, first I need the resources, which is up on the top right, but then I also need research, some sort of required research. So that led me to going around to the various machines until I finally stumbled upon the fact that you can go over here to the research lab. Things get way more complex here, everybody. Way more complex. It's incredible. It's incredible. So, if I wanted to do weapon mods, right? Well, I need that research. I need muzzle mods, right? Well, in order to even do muzzle mods 1, which leads to muzzle mods 2, I have required materials, which it shows me down below: titanium, tungsten, and sealant. I'm going to go ahead and track for titanium as well right now. Um, but it also says right there in big red text at the top, required skills, weapon engineering. So let's back up for a minute. To even make a suppressor, first and foremost, I have to have all of the required harvesting components, the materials, the mats, to be able to make it. But I also need to have various tiers of research completed. In this case, muzzle mods 1 to make short suppressors, muzzle mods 2 to make second, and so on and so forth. But in order to even do muzzle mod 1s, I need weapon engineering 1. And then if I want to make, like, say, magazine and battery mods, I need weapon engineering rank 2, right? Or if I want to make receiver mods, I need weapon engineering rank 3. Okay, so where do I find more information about weapon engineering? Because apparently I need weapon engineering if I want to even be able to make my people to do the research for my weapon mods. Well, that's when you go into your skill tree. Oh, it's amazing. Well, where would this be? If I remember correctly, it's in the science one here. I could be wrong, but let's double. Yeah, weapon engineering right there. So that's tier 2, right? That's the tier 2 science ability, right? Weapon engineering. So I have to unlock tier 2 to even be able to take the first tier of weapon engineering. Now, mind you, I didn't find this out until I was already level 10 and I had already spent a bunch of points in other places. So, I've got like a couple of ranks in security, I've got a rank in boost pack, piloting came with my build. I put a rank into geology, I put a rank into research methods, a rank into surveying. I came with pistol. I put some ranks over here. I got a 1 rank of theft, 2 of persuasion, 2 of commerce, and then I've got 1 rank of stealth over here. So I had already leveled up quite a bit before I even realized that I needed to have weapon engineering to make the mods that I wanted to get. So how do I unlock that weapon engineering? Well, first and foremost, you have to spend at least, this is my beginner understanding of things, you have to unlock you have to put at least 4 points into the top tier, which is the regular tier of science. You need 4 points spent there to unlock anything here in the advanced science skills. Then you need to spend additional points like 5 points. You got to spend an additional 4 beyond that to unlock the expert, and then you got to spend another 5 points to unlock the master science skills. So hang on, it gets even more complex than that, because each one of these, because remember, it said that I needed rank 1 for the first level, and then I needed rank 2 for a different thing, and then I need rank 3 for another thing, and then rank 4. So beyond that, I also need to unlock all of the ranks associated with weapon engineering. So each one of these takes a point, and you only get points when you level up. Now, from what I understand, and if someone out there knows more than me, please let me know in the comments below. As far as I understand things, there is no level cap in this game. I could be wrong on that, but I've been told that there's no level cap, and I understand that there's no level cap, and that's the whole thing with 1,000 planets to explore and all this stuff you can do. Like, you can just go out there and just keep going and 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 just earning XP for exploration and mob. Quick commercial break, everyone, to give a shout out to all of these amazing people who are the guild champions at the highest tiered membership here on our channel, and of course, all of the members who help keep me full time and doing this for your enjoyment. If you would also like to become a member, you get access to tons of special stuff like live stream, member only chat, private videos for our members several times a week. It's really simple. Just pick your tier, go from there. You can also do super chats or super thanks on any stream, YouTube short, or video that you see. Don't forget the Discord. Links are down below. Let's get back to the video. Discovering flora and fauna and all these other things. So I think you can just keep going. If someone knows more than that, please correct me on that. But the point is like first and foremost, to even unlock weapon engineering, I need to spend 4 points in the first tier of science. And that can either be 4 points in one ability, or I can unlock four different types of science abilities. In this case, I put geology, research methods, and surveying, and I'm currently ready to put a second rank into surveying, which I'm going to do as soon as I get my next ding, which will then allow me to, on the follow-up ding, to put my first rank of weapon engineering in here, which will allow me to then craft my first ever research, and I still have to find the research for the weapon mods. So and then if I want access to other research to be able to make better mods, I have to continue engineering further down this pipeline. Okay? Now that's just weapon mods, everybody. There's also spacesuit mods, spacesuit design, same thing. You have to level up 4 points in your spacesuit design to get access to all of the mods for spacesuits. But there's not just that. There's also, hang on, wait for it, uh, chemistry. Okay. There's also, wait for it, outpost engineering. So if you want to build an outpost, if you even want to get to the point where you can build an outpost, you're going to have to progress this science tree all the way down to be able to get outpost engineering. And then, oh, there's special projects, and oh, there's planetary habitation, and oh, wait, there's anionic fusion and astrophysics, and staying alive, staying alive. So, yeah, baby, if you want to stay alive on planets, and you want to be able to make outposts, and you want to be able to make all your weapon mods, and you want to be able to make your space mods, spacesuit mods, and you want to be able to make your things to make the outpost, and you want to be able to make all the cool food, and then you want to be able to come over here and make really cool like hit point potions and all this other stuff. Yeah, you're going to have to craft and craft and craft and level up and spend points and do research and more research and beyond. And yeah, this is where it all starts, at least at the beginning stages, is once you get access to the Constellation Lodge building. In the basement here, there is this crafting room, which has everything that you're going to need to be able to make all the things you want to make. But it's incredibly complex. I had no idea that it was going to be this level of overwhelming. And I have to say, I am extremely pleased because, I've been looking for something to sink my teeth into for a very long time. And this is so in depth. Like, there is so much going on here and so much required in terms of a time investment, and I just love it. This is not a one and done thing. This is not a 40-hour linear game like Jedi Survivor, which, as great as that game was and as great as God of War was and as fun as those games are, this is not the same thing. This is a life sim. This is a huge Bethesda RPG, and they expect you to be spending the next 10 years of your life in this game, and probably anniversary editions, you never know, aka Skyrim. But it's great. It's in-depth. It's great. I'm just now learning, which is why this is the beginner's guide to understanding the crafting system in Starfield. And as I learn more about this, I will absolutely be doing additional guides on, weapon crafting and spacesuit crafting and the outpost and everything else. If you like that kind of stuff, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams at 11 a.m. Central. Don't forget the Discord. Links are down there. And, of course, all the other things we do on the channel, like Baldur's Gate 3. We got Cyberpunk 2077 stuff. We've got TV reviews and film reviews and book reviews and podcasts. Check it all out. Member videos are up above for those of you who are members, and I'll see everybody in the next video or live stream. Until then, stay safe, everyone, and happy flying out there, because Starfield has it all.